Today I'm sharing the top viral styling secrets that will completely transform the clothes that you already own. They'll also help them to look modern and fresh. The best part is that some of these are so easy, you don't even need any DIY skills. So let's just dive in and upgrade your wardrobe without spending a cent. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. Now the idea for this video all started from this super cool cropped trench DIY that I saw online. I was having an evening where I was kind of scrolling on my phone, as you do, and I came across this DIY. Now it really stood out to me because I've got a couple of long line trenches that I just don't seem to reach for much these days. And of course, cropped trenches are very much having a moment, and I thought, why had I not thought about just cutting one off and cropping it and creating a whole new piece to enjoy? I don't own a sewing machine anymore, unfortunately, but my bestie does. So tomorrow I'm heading there to crop this trench and hem it and enjoy having a new piece that I know that I will reach for. So after I discovered this video, I really sort of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole and was super surprised to see some current fashion and styling secrets that have been created online that have gone super viral, but I just hadn't seen them. And they're secrets that I know will help me, and I'm hoping you, create some really interesting new outfits from pieces that you already own. And if you've been following me here for a while, you'll know that that's a key thing for me, that I like to get as much wear out of the clothes that I've already invested in, the clothes that are hanging in my wardrobe. And this is the easiest way to do it. It's about looking at some of these styling secrets and tips and tricks and just getting more mileage out of those pieces that we've spent our hard-earned money on. Now I've just grabbed my phone here because I'm going to go through these at the same time that I share them with you, but I found an amazing online content creator on Instagram, and I'll show you her profile here. Her name is Yen and she is based in Hamburg, Germany, and I'm just blown away by what she can do with safety pins and ribbon and hair ties just to completely change the look and feel of some of her pieces. And because Yen had some really great ideas when it comes to transforming the look and feel of some of her shirts, I sort of went down another rabbit hole looking at, okay, can I come up with some or find some other influencers and content creators that are creating something even different with their shirts? And lo and behold, the internet delivered. Now, one of the key shirt trends currently for fall winter this year is sort of wrapped shirts. So think of kind of oversized shirts with a little bit more kind of wrap detail. Now what I found was two very simple ways to kind of create some interesting detail using our own button-down shirts. And all you need is either a button or a safety pin. Some of the DIYs that I found were just as simple, I'm getting so excited, I'm getting tongue-tied here, as simple as sewing in an extra little button on the side seam here of your shirts and then buttoning your shirts over to the side just to really nip things in and add some interesting kind of floaty detail. So I am definitely going to try this. I've got a couple of really oversized shirts, and of course it doesn't change them, so you can still actually wear them floaty and out and as oversized as you like, but you've got that option to sort of nip them in as well. I also saw some content creators using brooches to do the same thing, and that's just a really easy way to add a bit of a statement at that point. And brooches, as we probably all know, are very much having a moment right now as well. So again, just a simple way of updating and giving some of the pieces you own a little bit more of a fresh new life. And at that point I thought I would go and check out some of my favorite content creators and see if they have posted any interesting style hacks as well. Now I went and checked out Lindsay Albanese, and she's one of the fashion YouTubers that I followed when I originally started my YouTube channel, and she comes up with some amazing little secrets and styling hacks. And one that I particularly loved was this one where she used a simple tank top to wear underneath one of her sheer lacy skirts. Now, I've shown you guys a lot that I love these lace skirts. I've got a couple of my own, and sometimes finding the right little base piece to wear underneath is a little tricky. And this hack was completely genius. It works. It's versatile. I own a couple of different tanks so I can put different colors under my sheer skirts. And this was just a styling tip that I thought I really needed to share with you guys. And as I was digging deeper and deeper, I saw more of these really interesting, very simple, but really effective secrets that can help us all just transform some of our outfits. The other style hack that I really enjoyed finding was people doing lots of DIYs on their sneakers, and in particular Sambas. Now I've got a white pair of Sambas and a black pair, and I thought this is a genius way just to give them a little bit of an interesting kind of personalization, I suppose. And you know what it's like, you buy into a trend and then everyone is wearing it. So this is a great way just to give a piece that you already own and a lot of other people own as well. It's a great way just to put your unique stamp and your personality onto it. And a lot of these have been influenced by the Miu Miu New Balance sneakers with the interesting colorful laces. I've actually bought online a couple of different colorful laces myself so that I can kind of upgrade some of my sneakers and just add a little bit of interest to them, I suppose. And I think that this is something that we could all do really cheaply and easily as well. Oh, one of the hacks that I was going to share with you was, it rains a lot here in New Zealand, and I wanted to find a cool rain jacket, but couldn't kind of find anything that I really liked and at a good price point. And I ended up thinking, why don't I look for a ski, or probably more appropriately, a snowboarding jacket, because they're lightweight, they're long, they're waterproof, and generally they're kind of fun. And that's what I was after in a rain jacket, something that was a little bit fun. I found this brand called I think it's pronounced G-S-O-U. And yeah, G-S-O-U Snow. And I bought two of their, I think they must be snowboarding jackets. They're lightweight, they've got loads of pockets, so much interesting detail that you can actually nip them in here so you can have a little bit more shape with them. I love the color options. I grabbed this bright red and a brown. I haven't worn the chocolate brown yet, but I haven't had it for long either. And I reached out to the brand and asked them, because this isn't sponsored, asked them if I could get a discount code. They delivered. My discount code is simply Leonie10, and that's to save 10% off anything on their website. Now, I just thought this was one of my own little hacks, I suppose, to find a great rain jacket that's also warm and it's got loads of pockets. It's super versatile. So I wanted to add in one of my little styling secrets as well. I also uncovered a number of content creators that were creating really interesting pieces with hardware. So changing out the hardware on some of their coats and jackets. Now, this particular creator just does the most amazing things with grommets, and I found another person that does amazing things with studs. And by the way, I will link everything below in the description box, because I've managed to find online this amazing grommet little machine and some of these studs and also some of these little fireman clasps that in my mind are a great way just to update some of your existing coats and jackets and blazers, just to give them a bit of a different look and feel. So everything that I feature today, all of the content creators and all of the little accessories and bits and pieces will be featured in the description box below if you want to go and check them out later. Quick question, do you ever look at your closet full of clothes and wonder why you still have nothing to wear? I know that feeling only too well, and that's why I created my digital guide, Shop Your Closet. It's designed to help you unlock the outfits you already own and help you stop wasting money on pieces that you don't need. Inside, I'll walk you through a simple system to organize, style, and actually wear the clothes you've invested in. It's the fastest way to refresh your wardrobe without spending a cent, and it works for every style and budget. You can grab your copy today for just $27. I will leave a link in the description box below and in the pinned comment. You can go and check it out and start shopping and styling your wardrobe like a pro. And of course, one of the key trends at the moment is scarves. I'm sure you've seen a lot of them online. So I wanted to find out if there were some new tips and tricks to how we style our scarves. Now, I'm sure you've seen a lot of scarves being worn around the waist and tied over skirts and pants. It's very much a happening look. And I loved finding a couple of content creators that had the most genius way to actually tie them so that they look nice, they look elegant, and can just be tied really easily. I found this a very simple switch, but something that is really effective with the kind of the finished result. It just looks really stylish. The other thing that a lot of content creators were doing with scarves was using them to tie around oversized blazers, just to give oversized blazers a little bit more shape, and also adding them to oversized man-style button-down shirts as well. And we've seen lots of oversized fits in the last couple of seasons. So there were lots of creators coming up with ideas just to give some of the pieces that are a little more oversized, just to give them a little bit more shape. And that's definitely something that is happening in fashion as well. It's all about silhouettes and being a little bit more nipped in at the waist. So seeing some of these easy tricks to take our oversized pieces and just create a little bit of shape and an interesting piece is, I think it's great. I particularly loved what Yen is doing with some of these oversized sweatshirts where she's just adding some thread to the kangaroo pocket just to create a little bit of interest. Also, I love the fact that she's adding a big safety pin to the center of some of her oversized sweaters or sweatshirts, I should say, adding some beads onto that safety pin, creating a real feature, but also giving that oversized piece a whole lot of shape. I just think that there's some really cool, inspiring ideas here that may make us think a little bit differently about some of the pieces that we own too. Now, I don't have a sewing machine at the moment, and I wish that I did. I think I might have to reinvest in a sewing machine because I did see some really cool sewing hacks as well. Now, if you're not into sewing, you might want to just fast forward. But I saw this really interesting shirring detail added to a very simple sports shirt. And I recently bought a shirt that's got kind of shirred detail around the waist with a peplum. Peplum's a very much a happening thing. So I was really inspired by this shirred, simple sports shirt to give it, instead of it being an oversized, relaxed piece, it just gave it a little bit more of a modern fashion edge. And this content creator made the most amazing sweatshirt DIY. It does require a little bit of sewing, but she used a ribbon to create a beautiful sash, and she's created a piece that looks very couture, very designer, and she's turned a simple sweatshirt into something that looks far more stylish and far more luxe. And I love the fact that if you have got some sewing skills, a sewing machine, it actually isn't a hard one to do. And because denim is very much a happening trend at the moment, of course, denim is a classic and it's something that generally most of us or a lot of us wear all the time. But what is particularly happening in terms of fashion this season is that denim is being reimagined. And so I loved seeing a couple of content creators reimagining denim pieces in their own way. And this again is a few little sewing secrets, but I absolutely loved what this creator did with a very classic, simple denim jacket. She added ruffles to it to create such an elegant, fashion-forward designer piece. I think she was talking in this video about it being worn to a rodeo or boot scooting kind of event. But you could wear this piece anywhere, and I love the fact that she's just completely changed the look and feel of a very classic denim jacket. I did see some amazing thrift flips as well, and this particular creator actually thrifted this men's jacket, and it had already been cut around the edges of the jacket to create a real sort of rough, distressed hem around the edge of the jacket. So essentially she had thrifted a men's oversized blazer. It had already been done. Someone had distressed it, but it's just such an easy thing to do, to thrift an oversized blazer, kind of cut the edges, make it look a little distressed, just to give it a little bit of something that's interesting and I think looks really cool. And of course there's always clever knitwear hacks that I see online, and I thought I'd include a couple because I hadn't actually seen these before. And this one I particularly love because it was just an interesting way to tie a sweatshirt around your shoulders, just to make it look a little bit more polished, and also so that it sort of sits in place and it's not kind of falling open and coming apart. It's again just a very simple way to finish off a piece so it sits nicely. Now, cropped knitwear is definitely happening for this season as well in terms of trends. But for me personally, I'm not sure that I would wear those crop pieces all the time. So I loved seeing this little secret to cropping some of your own knitwear pieces, whether they be cardigans or sweaters. And this is just an easy way to, again, give a piece a very different look. Now, I have decided to leave what I would consider the best until last. And this amazing content creator, I mean, I just watch her Instagram videos every day. I'm obsessed with her creative mind and what she does to create interesting pieces out of just the most unexpected things. And her account is the Style Freed. I will link her below. As I said, I will link all of the content creators that I've shown in today's episode down below. But not only is she super imaginative, which is really inspiring to me, but she has the most beautiful voice. I could just listen to her voice for hours on end. But she has done a couple of DIYs recently. One is this fringed sweatpants kind of outfit. Now, I may never actually wear some of these pieces or never actually go on to make them, but I do find them really inspiring, and I do find that her creative brain makes me look and kind of, I suppose, look at my clothes a little bit differently, and it almost empowers me to be a little bit braver in some of my own fashion choices as well. She also recently bought this tool belt, which she wears with her, or has worn with her double denim outfits, and I am that close to going and buying one of these suede tool belts myself. Belt bags are very much a happening trend this season, and I just love the kind of unexpected, interesting nature of this. And I imagine if I wore one of these tool belts with a double denim outfit, I would get lots of questions about it. I also love the idea that it's got all of these pockets that I can put my lip glosses and my credit card and my purse, and so it's really practical. But I find the Style Freed just so inspiring. I love her creative mind, and she does encourage me to just look at the pieces that I own a little bit differently. And that's what this is all about. I hope you've enjoyed these style secrets as much as I have. And please let me know your favorites in the comments below. And if you'd like to know about some of the key trends that are happening right now, then click or tap on the screen here, and I'll see you there.